Seattle now has the excuse and the explanation for coronavirus pandemic, with their economics being great and fantastic for remote workers and successful professional doctors and surgeons and engineers and computer scientists. And unless there's some sort of magic for a human who attended college not to have a degree not worthwhile, but to finish and then be a doctor with a PhD, and no other work to do other than dying, death, alone. In an apartment on Capitol Hill in Seattle, a social worker counselor who doesn't call, return phone messages, and who hasn't responded after they mysteriously disappeared from a previous appointment and never kept their calendar date. There's no more remaining in this description and example other than consciousness. And although I've learned lots about a process in a body and brain, called other words and other names in other cultures and in other countries, I'm limited to a dollar amount sent to me each month. News, government says in so many years will be at the least reduced significantly. And so I'm very similar to a stranded sailor on an island who only has enough and a small amount of food available for a certain amount of time. I not only am restricted and controlled and nearly suffocated by these conditions where thugs and gangsters in a decision for homelessness with no other options other than hopping on a train and going over to Idaho, has those people who sell those drugs allowed in those economics in a city where they're no longer illegal. Unfortunately, more easily available on Capitol Hill than some food at a grocery store during a coronavirus pandemic now. A ticking, and they count down to zero are all I have in my life remaining after working, studying, volunteering, nannying, babysitting and babysitting and babysitting, and spending my money instead of on food and stimulation and rewards, on a choice to decide opportunity as a goal instead of a suffering of death, dying, and nowhere on earth to go unless I leave on my 2 feet to walk somewhere else, far away, and risk dangers with wild animals, cold, frigid, snowy temperatures, and those killers, those warriors, those soldiers, those gun-carrying, knife-stabbing, duality practitioners who don't always appreciate a vagabond, homeless, dumb bitch bothering them in their part of their world now.